What's up, everyone? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. Uh, Apologies for the morning voice, and apologies for being a few days um, post the album coming out. But you know, maybe that's better. You guys have had a chance to you know maybe get your fill listening to the album 5 times already, or 10 times already, or whatever. Comment down below. How many times have you listened through this album already? Um, yeah, like ideally, where I live, this album dropped Friday morning. Um, and it would have been great for me to be able to do it at that time, but um, Fridays are a day where I seldom get to record. Just it's a day that's kind of dedicated for me to spend with my son, my 3-year-old, to go out and do something fun together. Because I have him in preschool for 4 days, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday we try to go do something fun together. Um, so yeah, I just wasn't able to get around to it, but we're here today. It is Sunday morning, and normally Sunday mornings I try to sleep in until like 7, but I woke up. I set my alarm for 4, but I had a hard time waking up. I got to be completely honest. So it actually just hit 5 a.m. right now as I'm saying this. So it took me an hour to like kind of get up and get going and sit down and set up everything and get the lights on and get everything going. So we're here, and I'm excited to check this out. This is the new album. This is called The Life of a Showgirl. Now, if you're new on the channel, which is very possible because we're doing a new album, the fact that this is like a couple days out and we're at 30 million, 20 million on the play count, um, means that this is hot. So if you're new to the channel, guys, we're working our way through Taylor's discography. The latest album that I've reacted to was Midnight's, the original version. And then shortly, probably after this, maybe in a week or two, we're going to be checking out the Till Dawn edition. We have a lot of Taylor albums, or I don't know about a lot, but for me, a lot. And I even have stuff like documentary stuff and Eras tour. Those type of things aren't allowed on YouTube, so they're actually on my Patreon, but everything is free. Link down in the description. You guys can head over there. I don't charge for any of my content on Patreon. Everything is um, just you can become a free member and check it out. And some of those might even be public, where you don't even have to be a member. You can just see it. So um, that's for all my new people, and that's enough of an intro. I know you guys are like, all right, stop talking, let's go. I'm ready to go. So, from my understanding, guys, before we press play, first of all, I was surprised at like the length of the album. 12 songs, 41 minute and 45-second runtime. Seems like fairly short. Um, I do personally like albums that are 10 to 15 songs. I find that it stops like listening fatigue. It also creates a scenario where it's less likely to have repetitive themes or concepts, or even lyrics. Sometimes people struggle to make like a 20 plus song album without being repetitive in those ways. So I actually love the length of the album without even having heard it yet. But just one thing I do know is that this is supposed to be a lighter album in comparison to the last one, which was Tortured Poets Department, which I thought was phenomenal. I think um, incredibly good album. I'm a huge, huge fan of that album. Um, but this is supposed to be like, I think, more upbeat, lighter in terms of like content or subject matter. Perhaps even more like pop sounding. I don't know. I'm not sure, but this is the kind of idea that I have going into this album. Now, that being said, right before we press play, the opening track is called The Fate of Ophelia. I'm assuming this is a reference to Hamlet. Um, so, as I say, this is supposed to be lighter. The Fate of Ophelia is pretty messed up. Like, I'm pretty sure she goes crazy and ends up killing herself. I'm pretty sure about that. After basically thinking, basically being betrayed by somebody that she loves. Um, so that's like the short of it. So let's jump into it and see what we got for the opening track. I'll put timestamps because I know that was long. All right, here we go. Oh, is there lyrics already? Okay, cool. How about it?
I heard you calling on the megaphone. You wanna see me all alone. As legend has it, you are quite the pyro. You light the match to watch it blow. And if you'd never call for me, I might have drowned in the melancholy. I swore my loyalty to me, myself.
Did Ophelia drown? I wonder if that's like choice lyricism to include that. Um, I can't remember those details.
You light the match to watch it blow. And if you'd never call for me, I might have drowned in the melancholy. I swore my loyalty to me, myself, and I. Right before you lit my sky up. All that time I sat alone in my tower. You were just honing your powers. Now I can see it all. They wanna. You dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia.
Ooh, okay. There's the twist. I like that. Okay, so this is because you know she's congratulations, T Swift. She's engaged, which is pretty awesome. Happy times, and you know, so it felt kind of like weird for me to see Fate of Ophelia as the opening track. But here's the twist: how we're using it, right? So she felt like she was suffering from the fate of Ophelia prior to this relationship, and now I'm feeling that this is pointed and directly about her current relationship with Travis. So you dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. That's beautiful. I love that.
You dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. Don't care where the hell you've been. 'Cause now your mind is about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of. The fate of Ophelia. The eldest daughter of a nobleman, Ophelia lived in fantasy. But love was a cold bed full of scorpions. The venom stole her sanity. And if you'd never called for me, I might have lingered in purgatory.
Okay, I'm gonna just pull that back because I don't want to forget to talk about the lyrics here. Again, if you're new on the channel, I'm a big lyrics person, so I will be talking about the lyrics. That's, you know, honestly the main reason I listen to music. I know a lot of people might listen to it for the sound, for the feeling, for the vibes and stuff. I think the top of my list. I love all those things, but the top of my list is the lyrics. So. Ophelia lived in fantasy, but love was a cold bed full of scorpions. Scorpions, the venom stole her sanity. So you know, in the story, she does lose her sanity, and the fact that here it's talking about the venom that stole her sanity came from a scorpion, came from scorpions that were in her bed. So who else is in your bed? Your partner, right? So that's the source. So that's a beautiful way to basically tell the story, but with like this, you know, this scorpion metaphor analogy. So I really love the way that she wrote that.
The venom stole her sanity. And if you'd never called for me, I might have lingered in
she sings Ophelia there in the chorus, that part of the chorus is so beautiful. I'm gonna just pull it back. I love that. I love that.
Inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me. Locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me. All that time.
Oh, that was awesome. I'm gonna pull that back because we just got to hear that again. So now I'm feeling like my failing memory may have been correct about the drowning, because this is a second time that is being used lyrically, and this time more specifically drowning and deceived, because I think the sentiment that Ophelia was expressing was this feeling of deception, that she felt that he actually loved her, and I even think he says something like you shouldn't have thought that, or something like that. So this feeling of deception, and then I think the drought, maybe that is how she went down. I don't know. Guys, comment down below if you know. I don't know. I'm wasting time.
And deceived, all because you came for me. All that time alone in my tower, you were just honing your powers. Now I can see it all. I can see it all. They wonder you dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. Don't care where the hell you've been. 'Cause now your mind, it's about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of. The fate of Ophelia. You saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia.
Love it. I love the twist. Again, going into it, I was kind of like, this is not lighter. This is a sad thing to open with. But I love that kind of like, twisting it up, and kind of getting a chance to rewrite the story. So that was really awesome. Second track, we have Elizabeth Taylor, who I believe is an actress, or was an actress. I think, yes. I think she might also have been a dame. I think. Comment down below, guys. I don't know. I'm not going to waste time trying to, figure out what information might be trapped in here somewhere deep down. Probably most of it's wrong.
Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever?
Now, that being said, if she's gonna have a lot of references to Elizabeth Taylor's career, movies she did, or like whatever, I'm not very well versed, so I'm probably gonna miss a lot of that.
That view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Atene. Ooh, oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me. All the right guys promised they'd stay under bright lights. They withered away, but you blew. Portofino was on my mind. I think you know why. And if your letters ever said goodbye, I cried my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's
I'm so sorry. That drop? Nasty.
ever said goodbye? I cried my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't help be high and wild when Hollywood hates me. Only as hot as your last
bass is nice. I love the contrast between the like the instrumentation. So like
And I can't have fun if I
going
can't
from
have
here,
you.
so you get this U kind of silence in the instrumentation, and then we come back with the delicate sound again. But the bass line in this is so nice.
Hey, what could you possibly get for the girl who has everything and nothing all at once? Babe, I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. We hit the best booze at Musso and Frank's. They say I'm bad news, I just say thanks. And you look at me like you're hypnotized, and I think you know why. And if you ever leave me high and dry, I cry my eyes violet, Elizabeth Taylor. Tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have be my and why. When Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have you. Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever? If I can't have you. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever in the papers, on the screen, and in their minds. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up anything but mine. I cry my eyes violet, Elizabeth Taylor. Tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have be my and why. When Hollywood hates me, you're only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have diamonds and Elizabeth Taylor. It's the papers on the screen and in their minds. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up anything but mine. Oh.
Wow, that was awesome. I really liked a lot of the sounds that were in that. You know, I think that bass line was just, it was so nice to hear. I think when the drop would come in, and things just got like loud, like it was just so, you know, you just wanted to kind of jam out to it. The lyrics about like the diamonds are forever, diamonds and my lovers are forever, and then it says in the papers, on the screen, in their minds. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that's like one of those things where, you know, for example, that this is like a challenge of like being like one of the most famous people on the planet. And it's like, you know, for us regular people, if we get together with somebody and we're in a relationship with somebody, their past isn't like necessarily in our face all the time. Whereas for like a famous person, those moments are documented publicly, and you know, they're on like tabloids, they're on TV, they're on you know, YouTube videos, they're on any number of things. So it's like a completely different situation. And I wonder if the, you know, because she said silver screen, paper, silver screen in their minds. And I wonder if that is a parallel to like Elizabeth Taylor and like, you know, movies and stuff. So yeah, anyways, let me know, guys, stuff that I missed that may have been references to Elizabeth Taylor. I'd love to learn some stuff. Next up, we got Opalite, which I think is a color. I think. I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna just say this real quick. My wife is a color snob, so if I'm gonna ask her when she wakes up, she'll know for sure.
I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last. I thought my house
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's wonderful. That's a great line. Oh my gosh. I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. Yo. Hey, respect to Taylor Swift's brother, because that is amazing. I will never be able to get that out of my mind.
My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last. I thought my house was haunted. I used to live with ghosts
Mm,
and all the perfect couples. Said when you know, and when you don't, you don't.
mm.
And all of the foes and all of the friends have seen it before, they'll see it again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. I was wrong, but my mama told me it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is opalite. Oh, oh my Lord, never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, but now the sky is opalite. Oh.
Um, I think that color is definitely popping up throughout it. Um, I feel more confident in saying that opalite is a color, as she's saying the sky is opalite. In here, we're talking about dancing through the lightning strikes. I wonder if that's being likened to the past failed relationships. Lightning strikes can be beautiful, but very dangerous, potentially destructive. And then we talk about colors too, like, lightning strikes can have their own set of colors assigned to them. Sleepless in the onyx night. Onyx is like supposed to be like black, right? I think. I don't know, man. I need my wife here to tell me about colors. She always like, you really think that's blue? And then it's like some, I don't know, variation of blue that has like a special name for it. And I'm like, well, yeah, so it's still blue, right? It's in the blue family. Like, anyways, and you had to make your own sunshine. Now the sky is opalite. So I wonder if this is like, uh, we have darkness. We have maybe you can assign like orange, red, I don't know, yellow. The emotions that would be associated with those things as well. And then we have here, which might be, I don't know. I honestly don't even know what color opalite is. So I'm gonna say either it's gonna be like happy, um, or perhaps if it's a direct opposite of lightning strikes, which could be like turbulent, dangerous. Maybe this is like safe, calm. Um, but I also see onyx, so then I wonder if it's like dark and light, bright, happy. So that's kind of my guess just from the context of the lyrics. Yeah.
But now the sky is opalite. You couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone, and you were just a pose. And don't we try to love? We give it.
Is she talking about Travis? Because I'm assuming now in this album that when she's talking about specifics, this is going to be about her current relationship. I'm finally in the know. Like prior to this, when I'm reacting to the other albums, I don't know who she's talking about. I'm just being completely honest with you. I'm like, okay, she's definitely talking about somebody, but I don't know who it is. But I know what's going on now, like right now. So I feel like she's probably talking about Travis. It says, you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone. So maybe she's talking about somebody that Travis was with.
We were just a pose, and don't we try to love, love. We give it all we got. We finally left the table, and what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not. And all of the foes and all of the friends have messed up before, they'll mess up again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. You move on. And that's when I told you it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is opalite. Oh, oh my Lord, never met no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, and now the sky is opalite. This is just a storm inside a teacup. It's shelter here with me, my love. Thunder like a drum, this life will beat you up, 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 up. This is just a temporary speed bump, but failure brings you freedom.
Wow.
And I can bring you love. Don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. You
Man, I love that section of the song. Just the way that she was singing throughout that. I love how she did this layering on the love. I will, like, when I saw the love, 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 I thought she was going to repeat the sequence for when she did the up, up, up. But just the way that she kind of layered and then finished with the kind of like, exclamation point on the last love, that was really nice.
Don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, oh so sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is opalite. Oh my Lord, never met no one like you before. No, you had to make your own sunshine, and now the sky is opalite.
I love that. I love kind of the messaging in that song. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. I'm gonna look up what color is opalite. Is it a color? I don't even know if it's. Oh, opalite is like a stone. So it's not even a color. There you go. I was wrong. And it looks like it has like a range of colors. I see like kind of like white, pink, green, peach, purple, turquoise. Um, yeah, I don't know. These they seem like very calm colors. Like when I'm looking at like the opalite color palette, it's like these type of colors. I don't know if you guys can see that. So they seem like very calm colors, not super bright, vibrant, exciting. So where I thought like bright, happy, I kind of feel like this is more about calm, which makes sense with the lightning thing. So there you go. I learned something new today. But I'm gonna still ask my wife. I'm gonna see what she says when I say, "Hey, what's opalite?" I don't know if she knows. She knows a lot of stuff. She knows a lot of stuff about cooking. Anyways, I'm going off on tangents all the time. My point was, I love that song because, um, it's talking about each of them kind of coming from, their past, and some of the damages that we can kind of endure and perhaps bring with us, but how, there those things have in a way brought them to each other. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. I mean, I think that's my wife and I were both in not great relationships prior to, you know, getting into a relationship with each other. Um, and we knew each other and kind of had like a casual friendship as our previous relationships were falling apart. So we each got to see each other going through, not so great things. And then a while after, both of us kind of got out of those relationships, then our friendship kind of grew stronger. And then, we ended up kind of dating and stuff. So it like developed that way. So I like that song because I feel like I can like directly relate to it. And I'm never gonna forget the eating out the trash line. I think that was incredible. Okay, so let's jump into the next track, Father Figure, and see what we got.
When I found you, you were young, we were lost in the cold. Pulled up to you in the jag, turned your rags into gold. The winding road leads to the chateau. You remind me of a younger me.
Father Figure. Hey, isn't there a famous song called Father Figure? I feel like I'm gonna take a risk because you know what? At this point, I was so wrong about Opalite. I'm just gonna take a shot. I think the name. I think George Michael might be what's coming to my head. But let's go ahead and look this up because yes, come on now. Father Figure, George Michael. There we go. Okay. All right, cool. Let's see.
When I found you, you were young, we were lost in the cold. Pulled up to you in the jag, turned your rags into gold. The winding road leads to the chateau. You remind me of a younger me. I saw potential. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. I dry your tears with my sleeve. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family. I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. Said they wanna see you rise, they don't want you to reign. I showed you all the tricks of the trade. All I ask for is your loyalty, my dear protege. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. They'll know your name in the streets. Leave it with me. I protect the family. I saw a change in you.
Wow.
My dear boy, they don't
I love the way she's singing this.
change in you. My dear boy, they don't make loyalty like they used to.
Beautiful.
Your thoughtless ambition spark the ignition on foolish decisions. to misguided visions that to fulfill your dreams, you had to get rid of me. I protect the family. I was your father figure. We drank that brown liquor. You made a deal with this devil. Turns out my dick's bigger. You wanna fight, you found it. I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning. Whose portraits on the mantle? Who covered up your scandals? Mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card canceled. I was your father figure. You pulled the wrong trigger. This empire belongs to me. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. You know, you remind me of a younger me. I saw potential.
Yeah, I mean that was beautifully sung. I wonder when artists are gonna do something like this, do they have to get clearance and permissions from the estate of the person? Like I'm assuming if the person's alive, they can probably request permission from them directly. But obviously, once a person is passed away, then they have their estate, which is in charge of like their stuff. I also am curious, like I don't know, so I'm curious if it's just meant to be like purely a tribute, or if there's some like meaning specifically for her in this, like if she's got somebody in mind that those lyrics apply to. But to be honest, I don't know enough about either of them, about Taylor or George Michael, to kind of make a proper educated guess on that. So I'll let you guys fill me in. Next up, we have Eldest Daughter, which I believe is track number 5. We know track number 5 is usually something a little bit special. So let's jump into it. Eldest Daughter. Okay. Lyrics not synced to the song yet. That's fine.
Everybody's so punk on the internet. Everyone's unbothered till they're not. Every joke's just trolling and memes. Sad as it seems, apathy is hot. Everybody's cutthroat in the comments. Every single hot take is cold as ice. When you found me, I said I was busy. That was a lie. I have been afflicted by a terminal uniqueness. I've been dying just from trying to seem cool. But I'm not a bad bitch, and this isn't savage. But I'm never gonna let you down. I'm never gonna leave you out. So many traitors, smooth operators, but I'm never gonna break that vow. I'm never gonna leave you now. You know, the last time I laughed this hard was on the trampoline in somebody's backyard. I must have been about 8 or 9. That was the night I fell off and broke my arm. Pretty soon.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, like trampolines. I mean, I don't know why I said I'm not gonna lie. Trampolines are dangerous. I mean, like it is not a safe apparatus, okay? Like people, there's some like scary injuries with trampolines. So anyways, just yeah.
I fell off and broke my arm. Pretty soon I learned cautious discretion. When your first crush crushes something kind. When I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie. Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter. So we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. But I'm not a bad bitch, and this isn't savage. But I'm never gonna let you down, I'm never gonna leave you out. So many traitors, smooth operators, but I'm never gonna break that vow. I'm never gonna leave you now, now, now. We lie back, a beautiful, beautiful time lapse. Ferris wheels, kisses, and lilacs, and things I said were dumb, 'cause I thought that I'd never find that beautiful, beautiful life that shimmers that innocent light back, like when we were young. Every youngest child felt they were raised up in the wild, but now you're home. 'Cause I'm not a bad bitch, and this isn't savage. And I'm never gonna let you down, I'm never gonna leave you out. So many traitors, smooth operators, but I'm never gonna break that vow. I'm never gonna leave you now, now.
Beautiful song. I didn't want to over pause on that, but just kind of like going through the lyrics here. Um, this opening part was just like so annoyingly accurate. I mean, just like reading it, everyone's so punk on the internet. Everyone's unbothered till they're not. Oh boy, don't even get me started. Every joke's just trolling and memes. I'm just such a. I'm so. Oh gosh, I hate this concept of trolling. Like, I just don't like it. It's so annoying. Anyways, um, sad as it seems, apathy is hot. Everyone's cutthroat in the comments. Every single hot take is cold as ice. I mean, yeah, because a lot of, unfortunately, like the time that we live in, uh, once upon a time, it could be said that when you're trying to get TV ratings, and I think some of that is true, even though TV is dying. It's like, an animal, a wounded animal that's dying is potentially like one of the most dangerous things that could happen. I mean, it depends on how badly they're wounded, right? But for example, TV right now is just all about saying the most, uh, putting the most crazy things out there, or on like news stations, for example, saying the most outlandish, crazy things, because it's controversial and it'll make people want to say, what, like, I got to see this. Um, and it's the same thing on the internet, because the more controversial you are with your take, for example, if I do this album reaction, I'd imagine if I came in and I was saying things that were like controversial, and I was saying things that maybe were mean, or like had a very strong opinion about the music, and was like hypercritical, it would get more clicks, not just from people who would agree with me, but from people who don't, and they're getting mad that somebody's saying that. And this is just the time that we live in, right? So it's a really annoying um, truth about about our time. This is probably my favorite line on this song, right? I have been afflicted by a terminal uniqueness. Just that line alone, I was like, wow, I absolutely love this line. I've been dying just from trying to seem cool. So, a lot of this is like trying to be something that you're not. trying to portray a certain image or a certain character, then we come down. Um, uh, See, even here, when I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie. So just like, putting forward this, um, you know, if for protection or for whatever, I kind of feel like it's to protect yourself, because you get to this part right here and it's like every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter. So we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. That's an incredible, line right there, because, um, you know, you, I think that you can get really good at this. I think you can get really good at putting up um, that image, and again, to protect yourself. This is kind of like what I'm getting from it. I don't know if you guys agree. I don't know if it's correct. But even this last part, then talking about every youngest child felt that they were raised up in the wild, but now you're home. And home is supposed to be like our safety, our security. And a lot of times, the youngest child, by the time the parents are getting to that point, they're just exhausted, and they're like, you know what, like, just do whatever. So just like I like that, there's this, you know um this reality, this kind of like unfortunate reality that this song is kind of exposing and talking about. And we started it out kind of talking about today's times, and then we went into the rest of how she kind of portrayed it. But yeah, beautiful. Eldest Daughter. Okay, let's go to the next song. Talking too much. Ruin the Friendship. Uh-oh. Okay.
Glistening grass from September rain, gray overpass full of neon names. You drive 85, Gallatin Road and the lakeside beach, watching the game from your brother's Jeep. Your smile, miles wide, and it was not an invitation. Should have kissed you anyway. Should have kissed you anyway. And it was not convenient, no. But your girlfriend was away. Should have kissed you anyway.
Taylor. No. He had a girlfriend, so you should not have kissed him anyway.
Shiny wood floors underneath my feet. Disco ball makes everything look cheap. Have fun. It's prom. Wilted corsage dangles from my wrist. Over his shoulder, I'll catch a glimpse and see you looking at me. And it was not an invitation. But as the 50-cent song played, should've kissed you anyway.
Come on, man. I believe Taylor is around the same age as me, or I am around the same age as Taylor Swift. That was not meant to be said in a way that like things revolve around me. That's why I flipped the order of that sentence. I say that because 50 Cent playing on the dance floor at your school prom. I mean, that's a very my generation thing. So, but like I'm pretty sure that we're like similar age. I'm 34 now, so let me know, Swifties. What's the age difference?
And it was not convenient. No, would've been the best mistake. Should've kissed you anyway. Hey. Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off. Lately we've been good, staying of you. Abigail called me with the bad news. Goodbye, and we'll never know why.
What does that mean, goodbye? And we'll never know why. Did the person. When I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called me with the bad news. Goodbye. And we'll never know why. That's really sad.
Goodbye, and we'll never know why. It was not an invitation, but I flew home anyway, with so much left to say. It was not convenient, no, but I whispered at the grave, should've kissed you anyway. Oh, and it was not an invitation, should've kissed you anyway, should've kissed you anyway, anyway. And it was not my advice, it's always ruin the friendship, better that than regret it for all time, should've kissed you anyway. And my advice is always answer the question, better that than to ask it all your life, should've kissed you anyway,
Wow.
should've kissed you anyway.
Okay, fine. She convinced me. That was really sad. That was really sad, but um, a true lesson in it though, because the thing is, you know, the one thing in life that's guaranteed is that things will come to an end someday. You don't know when. And that's the whole, crux of this concept is that, sure, we could all live beautiful, healthy, long lives. Um, but sometimes things happen that are not in our control. And that ends up not being the case. And, I think that, yeah, you should have kissed him anyway. I agree with you. I mean, the girlfriend situation was definitely kind of making me hesitate is probably putting it light. But this is one of those things. Talking about ruining the friendship. For example, I shot my shot with Natalie, and it probably wasn't the opportune time. Like, we had just become better friends, and it definitely could have ruined the relationship that we were building as friends. She was also in a strange situation where she owned this business. She was a part owner of a gym. They were actually in the process of hiring me, so it was like this weird situation, and like I think there was a lot of things on her end that would have put her not wanting to pursue the relationship, and she had expressed those things to me when I first kind of like brought up this kind of direction that I wanted to go. And I it's hard to do because you're obviously you're going to be afraid of things not working out, for the sake of keeping the example here, ruining the friendship. But I'm so glad that I did, because from, I think, like, in December we're going to be hitting 7 years together. 4 years married, but 7 years together. Um, we got two kids. I mean, we're building this life together, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm very, very thankful that I was willing to ruin the friendship. That's a beautiful song. All right, let's go. Actually romantic.
I heard you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave. High-fived my ex and then you said you're glad.
I'm assuming she's not talking about the soda. The soda, the pop, depending on where you live, I guess.
I heard you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave. High-fived my ex and then you said you're glad he ghosted me. Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face.
What?
Some people might be offended, but it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly wild. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. Ooh, no man has ever loved me like you do.
Wow, what a nice twist on. Okay, maybe nice twist, not the, but like I love how she's kind of flipping this. That's not where I thought this was going when I saw Actually Romantic, and it's not where I thought we were going when I saw the opening lines. I was like, "Yo, what? Like, what's going on right now?" I love how she's flipping it though.
Hadn't thought of you in a long time, but you keep sending me funny valentines. And I know you think it comes off vicious, but it's precious, adorable, like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts. How many times has your boyfriend said, "Why are we always talking about?" It's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly wild. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. Ooh, no man has ever loved me like you do. You think I'm tacky, baby? Stop talking dirty to me. It sounded nasty, but it feels like you're flirting with me. I mind my business, God's my witness that I don't provoke it. But it's kinda making me wet. 'Cause it's actually sweet.
Oh my
All
goodness.
the time you've spent on me, it's honestly lovely. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. Really gotta hand it to you, to you. No man has ever loved me like you. It's actually romantic. You just give me so much.
Oh my god.
Actually romantic.
That was very clever. I love that because this is touching on this this concept that way too many people either miss or just don't understand, and this is intention versus perception. And so, like, a thing you can't control is what the other person's intention is behind their actions. And it could be malicious, it could be to cause hurt, harm. The thing the thing that person can't control is how the other person is going to receive this thing that's going on. And in terms of us, like we can reframe things, and I could be like, oh my god, like I can't believe he's still doing this or saying this about me, or you could be like, wow, why are you so obsessed with me? I love this. I thought that was really, really clever. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just getting some text from my wife. Okay, next track. Wish list with a $sign.
They want that yacht life under chopper blades. They want those bright lights and Balenci shades and a fat ass with a baby face. They want it all. They want that complex female character. They want that critical, smash palm d'or, and an Oscar on their bathroom floor. They want it all, and they should have what they want. They deserve what they want. Hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you.
Ooh, I like how she delivered that. Boss up, settle down. Um, so this is like really cool, kind of the way it's already written. How these lines here are things that she, um, I guess someone could say things that she has or can attain, and other people really, really want that or really see that and are like, that's the dream. Like that's what I would really, really want. And then for her, she's like, I hope you get everything that you want. I just want I just want you. Well, I hope they get whatever they want. I just want you. So very, very romantic sentiment. Like those things are all things that we, to be honest, and have been conditioned to really want and feel, you know, envy when we see people that have it. But she's talking about just normal stuff. She's talking about wanting to have the person that she loves. She's talking about having a family with that person. She's talking about having a basketball hoop in a driveway. Now, girl, let me just say something real fast. Real fast. Let's be honest. You could probably just build like a full basketball court at your house. Okay? Like, I know you're trying to say like you just want the simple stuff, but you're also Taylor Swift. So I feel like you could probably have like a soccer field on this side or football, yeah, it's probably not soccer, football. But unless, you don't want your kids to go, some people don't like the full contact. Some sort of field on this side, you could put like a basketball court here, a tennis thing there. You probably have a bowling alley in your basement. Like, you could do all of that. So I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be a small basketball hoop in your driveway.
Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you. They want that freedom, living off the grid. They want those 3 dogs that they call their kids, and that good surf, no hypocrites. They want it all. They want a contract with Real Madrid. They want that spring break that was fucking lit, and then that video taken off the internet. They want it all, and they should have what they want. They deserve what they want. I hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop.
Oh, man, her singing of that line is just so good too.
Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I made wishes on all of the stars. Please, God, bring me a best friend who I think is hot. I thought I had it right once, twice, but I did not. You caught me off my guard. I hope I get what I want, 'cause I know what I want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you.
I mean, look, I was joking about the whole, like her having the money to do all that stuff. But like, this is like a really sweet thing. If you look at what she's talking about here, even in her second verse, she's like expanding on this thing that it's a general envy of like people who are famous or people who are rich, and people see that and they say they want that. And then her, from her perspective, who can be considered one of those people, um, she's just talking about normal stuff. And you have this line here too where we tell the world to leave us alone, and they do. And it's just like wanting to have a piece of being normal. I mean, like, for example, she said want to be signed to Real Madrid, so it made me think of like soccer players. I did say soccer earlier without knowing that was coming. But for example, there was like this thing about Messi when he first moved to Miami, and he was just in a grocery store because not every person there would know who he is. So he got to do just like a normal thing, which wouldn't have been possible. And there's a lot of people that don't get to do just normal things. So it's just like a really sweet sentiment to when we see her going through the list of things that she wishes for. Okay, we got wood. I like the vibe of this already. Hold up. 1 second. That's reminding me of something.
Daisy's bare naked, I was distraught. He loves me not. He loves me not. Penny's unlucky, I took him back and then stepped on a crack, and the black cat laughed.
Okay, so this is awesome already starting. Like Daisy's bare naked. I was like, Daisy, why'd you take your clothes off? What are we talking about? She's talking about the petals on a flower on a daisy. Love me not. We're talking about lucky penny. We're talking about stepping on a crack. Things that are good luck, bad luck. The black cat laughed. So okay, really cool. I see what we're talking about right now. Let's keep going.
He loves me not. He loves me not. Penny's unlucky, I took him back and then stepped on a crack, and the black cat laughed. And baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. Fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine. Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck. A bad sign is all good. I ain't gotta knock on wood. Only that bitch we sit on.
I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because she's talking about all these like signs, good luck, bad luck. So then knocking on wood. I have some wood right here. That did not seem stable. I probably should not do that again.
A bad sign is all good. I ain't gotta knock on wood. Only that bitch we sit on a falling star. Never did me any good. I ain't got to knock on wood. It's you and me forever dancing in the dark. Oh, over me, it's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Hypnotize me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened
heights of manhood, I ain't got to knock on wood. I'm gonna just say that those two lines back to back, Taylor. You talking about opening your thighs, you're talking about all these things. It's hard not to see some of those connections in the lyrics, euphemistically. Is euphemistically a word? I don't know. Euphemism, yes, but like I don't know. I might have just made that up. You can use that if you want. I don't know if I made it. I gotta look up if I said that right. I don't know.
Manhood, I gotta knock on wood. All that bitch on a falling star. Never did me any good. I ain't got to knock on wood. It's you and me forever dancing in the dark. Oh, over me, it's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Ties me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs. Forgive me.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, like, we got cocky, we got, keys, we got trees, we got too many things going on here that, and the song is called Wood. I'm not trying to think that way, but it's just hard not to see the connection,
Sounds cocky, hypnotize me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Oh, Lord. All right, next up we got Canceled. Uh-oh.
You thought that it would be okay at first. The situation could be saved, of course, but they'd already picked out your grave and hers. Beware the wrath of masked crusaders. Did your girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Come with me when they...
Icarus. If Icarus had a girl's name, if Icarus was a girl, what's the female version of Icarus? I'm not sure. Did you girl boss too close to the sun? I love that.
And hers. Beware the wrath of masked crusaders. Did your girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Come with me when they see us, they'll run. Something wicked this way comes. Good thing I like my friends canceled. I like them cooked in Gucci and in Scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Welcome to my underworld where it gets quite dark. At least you know exactly who your friends are. They're the ones with matching scars.
Wow. Okay, listen. I'm all about, the upbeat stuff, everything. But like I've said this before, this is also why I really love Tortured Poets Department. Like for me, I'm somebody that likes to listen to dark music. Like I don't know if y'all saw at the beginning of the reaction before I pressed play on this album, I had The Weeknd on there. Like vast majority of his music is dark. I was listening to his Kissland album. It's probably my favorite album from him. Very dark themes and concepts and sounds. That's the music I listen to. Like that, the fact that that was on my Spotify at that time was because that's what I listen to when I work out. I just, so I love the vibe on this. I love the way that she just sung that last line. We're going to pull it back a little bit. This part right here.
They're the ones with matching scars.
Oh.
It's easy to love you when you're popular. The optics click, everyone prospers. But one single drop, you're off the roster. Tone deaf and hot, let's fucking off her. Did you make a choice?
I wonder if so, obviously she went through a really difficult time when the whole Kanye and Kim thing was going on, and they lied and did. I can't even believe, like, some of it just you're sitting here and you're like, this is real. This actually happened. This wasn't like some weird like TV show situation. Like, um, and then she's beefing with listen, she's beefing with the orange man. And that means when you're beefing with the orange man, you're beefing with his entire cult too. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Maybe this video is going to be taken down now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So I wonder if this is talking about some of those situations. Let me know.
But if you can't be good, then just be better at it. Everyone's got bodies in the attic, or took somebody's man. We'll take you by the hand, and soon you'll learn the art of never getting caught. It's a good thing I like my friends cancel. You know that I like 'em clipped in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Yeah, it's a good thing I like my friends cancel. I salute you if you're much too much to handle. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Can't you see my infamy loves company? Now they've broken you like they broken me, but a shattered glass is a lot more sharp. And now you know exactly who your friends are. You know who we are. We're the ones with matching scars.
Wow. Yeah, I'd love any like additional insight from you guys on that particular one. But I absolutely love the sound of it, the darkness, the way she sung some of those, how she kind of went like almost whisper, low register, a little bit like gravelly with her voice. That was really, really good. Um, Jumping into the next track, we have Honey. I have no clue where we are in the album, but let's go ahead and take a quick look. Oh no! It's almost over. Oh no. That went fast. Or it feels like it went fast, but we're already at an hour and 20 minutes, so I guess I was not going fast, but it felt like it went by fast, which tells you that it was good. I feel like that's often the case. I feel like if you're watching something or listening to something and you're like, "Oh my god, like still 20 minutes left," you're probably not having a good time. Okay, Honey, here we go.
You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom. White teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home. But you touch my face, redefine all of those blues when you say,
Wow.
honey, summer.
No, man, look, you guys can see the style that I'm gravitating towards. The last song and now this song, the way she's singing this. Whoa. Can I just say, like, my wife and I were talking about this last week, because she's like returning to the gym. She's been working out at home. She's been doing an incredible job. She wanted to drop weight after having her second baby. Our second baby, or Niall, he's just turned 1 year old. My wife has lost like over 60 pounds. Like, she's a powerhouse. So amazing. And she's finally made a return to the gym because she's done all of that working out at home. So she was mentioning that she was trying to be like smiley and friendly and like the guys were being smiley and friendly, but some of the girls that she interacted with were being like really kind of like cold and like standoffish and like not like welcoming or friendly. She's doing like some classes and stuff, some fitness classes. So, um, and we just kind of had this conversation about it, and she was just like, in her experience, she's felt like girls can be that way to each other, and I just felt like, wow, like that's such a terrible thing to like have to experience. And I'm not saying all girls. I don't know. I mean, I haven't experienced that, and I'm sure she's not saying all girls. But this is a recent experience that we've had, and we were literally talking and having this conversation last week. So when she's talking about this and like, oh, that skirt don't fit me, I don't know. I mean, eh, if I saw a guy doing something like that I didn't agree with, or wearing a shirt that looked weird, or like I just feel like I couldn't fathom saying something to that person. I mean, maybe doing something I disagree with, that's maybe not a correct statement. It depends on what they're doing. If they're doing something that's like harmful to other people, I'm definitely saying something. But like if they're wearing something or look a certain way, like I just couldn't fathom saying something. But I'm sure there's guys too that do it, and I just haven't. Maybe I haven't experienced that, and I'm lucky. But yeah, so just when I hear stuff like that, it makes me feel sad. But this song sounds amazing.
Hey, honey, summertime spreads, pink skies. You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. Winter green kiss on mine, give it different meaning, because you mean it when you talk. Honey, I'm home, we could play house, we could bed down, pick you up, who's the baddest in the land, what's the plan? What's the plan? You could be my forever nightstand, honey. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom, white teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home. But you touch my face, redefine all of those blues when you say you can call me honey if you
Come
want,
on.
because I'm the one you want. I'm the one you want. You give it different meaning, cause you mean it when you talk. Sweetie, it's yours, kicking indoors, take it to the floor, give me more by the paint in the color of your eye, and graffiti my whole damn life.
Wow.
When anyone called me late night, he was screwing around with my mind, asking what are you wearing, too high to remember in the morning. And when anyone called me lovely, they were finding ways not to praise me, but you say it like you're in awe of me, and you stay until the morning,
Come on, man.
honey. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong. He looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom, white teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home. But you can call me honey if you want.
Oh man, we're at the last song, so I'm gonna drag this out. No, just give me 1 second. Um, the vibe on these songs, canceled and honey, the sound, the delivery, just I absolutely loved it. This album is short and sweet, man. Like we're already at the end. Um, I honestly, there's not a song that I would skip on it because they all kind of are doing their thing, and this is why I truly believe that like the perfect album lengths are 10 to 15 songs, because there's nothing I'm listening to on here that I'm like, oh well, the other song was already doing this. So and I think that's something that you can run into when you have 20 song albums plus. I mean, there's some artists I've reacted to that have 30 plus songs on their albums, and I'm just like, man, this is like the sixth song about the same thing that sounds about the same thing and is saying pretty much the same lyrics. Can we please do something else? And that's definitely not the feeling we're getting here. So awesome. We have the final track, which also happens to be have a feature on it, Sabrina Carpenter. I think I've heard a couple songs from Sabrina Carpenter, like famous, like popular songs on the radio or on like playlists and stuff. I don't know if I've ever done a reaction. I'm not sure. But let's jump into it. The Life of Showgirl. This is the title track.
Her name was Kitty, made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to this city, then they said she didn't do it legitly. I bought a ticket, she's dancing in her garters and fishnets. 50 in the cast, 0 missteps. Looking back, I guess it was kismet. I waited by the stage door, packed in with the auto.
You know what's crazy? I don't come across the word kismet very often, right? And somebody used this word with me, not last night, but the night before. I was talking to somebody. I'm like, I'm joining this group of reactors that are trying to help with this fundraiser for Lyme disease research, and it's, you know, I'm actually going to be doing a video on it, I think tomorrow. But anyways, when we were talking, the person you know, from the organization that I was having the meeting with, she used the word kismet. So like seeing that, I was like, wow, within like 3 days I've heard this word 2 times, and it's not a word that I typically come across very often. So cool.
Steps. Looking back, I guess it was kismet. I waited by the stage door, packed in with the autograph hounds, barking her name, then glowing like the end of a cigarette. Wow, she came out.
Autograph hounds barking her name. Okay, I like how she did that. That was cool.
Autograph hounds barking her name, then glowing like the end of a cigarette. Wow, she came out. I said, you live in my dream. Then she said to me, hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never ever gonna wait. The more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer than a kitten, so you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never gonna wanna. She was a menace, the baby of the family in Lennox. Her father whored around like all men did. Her mother took pills and played tennis. So she waited by the stage door, asked the club promoter arrive. She said, I'd sell my soul to have a taste of a magnificent life. It's all mine, but that's not what showgirls get.
Wow. I like her verse too. You know, I just wanted to quickly talk about this. Man, I mean, you know what? Maybe I'll share my thoughts to the end. Let's keep going.
Leave us for dead. Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never ever gonna wait. The more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer than a kitten, so you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never gonna wanna. I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. I paid my dues with every bruise, I knew what to expect. Do you wanna take a skate on the ice inside my veins? They ripped me off like false lashes and then threw me away. And all the headshots on the walls of the dance hall are of the bitches who wish I'd hurry up and die. But I'm immortal now, baby dolls. I couldn't if I tried.
That's true.
So I say, thank you for the lovely bouquet. I'm married to the hustle, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. And I'll never know another pain hidden by the lipstick and lace. Sequins are forever, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for the lovely. Hey kitty, now I'll make my money being pretty and witty. Thank you for the lovely bouquet.
Thank you for an unforgettable night. We will see you next time. Give it up for the band and the dancers, and of course Sabrina. I love you, Taylor. That's our show. We love you so much. Good night.
Okay, I like how, so I'm assuming that that's probably audio from like an actual show. I love how like that the closing of the show is being used to close the album. I think that was really cool. Yeah, talking about this, I mean, for there's so many things that we could talk about. I love the imagery and just like the way she writes sometimes is just so uh like, you know, like this line right here is just packed in with the autograph hounds, like someone's hounding you for an autograph, like that's probably what it's going to feel like, but hound, barking, her name. So like just little things like this in her writing are just so wonderful for me to kind of hear and see. But going into the chorus, this line right here, specifically the end of the chorus, you don't know the life of a showgirl and you're never gonna wanna. And this is one of those things that the grass is greener. Uh, you know, uh, I was gonna say a bad word, but let's say stuff sweet until it ain't, right? And I think that's one of those situations that people want the lifestyle outcomes that come from like being a famous person, being a showgirl, um, but not understanding the life, the difficulty that comes with it, the amount of work, effort, the insane schedules and commitments that you have to make. And this is just how it is. Um, yeah, that was really cool. I enjoyed that. I mean, looking at this album, it's hard for me to um pick favorites here because I just think that, I mean, all the songs were really good. Going down the list, we can talk about them. The Fate of Ophelia, I love how anybody who knows about the story is gonna see this and immediately be like, oh. And then you get in there and it's just this beautiful rewriting of a tragedy, a famous like classic tragedy. Um, so I think that was like incredibly done. Elizabeth Taylor, I think, if I was to know more about the specifics, maybe I could enjoy it even more, knowing that she maybe had some references and stuff to her work. But I think that my take on it being that being a famous person, your stuff is kind of like etched into history forever, for everyone to see, versus like normal regular people. That's not necessarily the case. Opalite, I learned, is a stone that comes in a variety of calming colors. So it was a nice learning opportunity there. But it was also, I think she might have fired some shots at Travis's ex. I don't know who his ex is, but that happened. But I love how, it can be creating your calm and creating calm for each other. Father Figure, I think was a beautiful tribute song. Eldest Daughter, I thought was this great kind of, um, you know, facing of some kind of not so pretty realities, which is I think important in art, but doesn't happen all the time now. Like so it's refreshing to see. Um, Ruin the Friendship has to be one of my favorites. If I was to try and pick like a gauntlet of favorites, I think that has to be up there. Um, because of how I could relate to it with my wife and myself. Wish List, I think, was just a beautiful sentiment, like about all the things that people, um, pursue and think that they really want out of this life. And somebody who arguably has those things that everybody wants is just wanting the simple, basic thing that we could all attain without having the fame and the money and all that stuff. So it's just a beautiful sentiment. That song. Would, yo, girl, we got to talk about this. I don't even know if I can talk about it. This is a family friendly channel, okay? Like I don't talk about certain subject matters. Like I try to, keep it clean. Which is funny to say considering some of the stuff I react to on this channel. But if you see me reacting to it, I try to be very respectful and careful with certain topics. Then we get to Canceled and Honey, and I think this back to back, these two songs I absolutely love those two songs. I think not just what they were about, Canceled, and Honey being this kind of like redefining of things because of the person that just loves you so much. But more than what even they were about, just the sound that and the vibe and the darkness that kind of existed in both of those was just phenomenal. I absolutely love those. And then Life of a Showgirl, title track, closing it off. It felt like it was the right choice to have that at the end of the album to close it. And I love that we got the soundbite from an actual show. So we're gonna try here. I think my favorites are gonna be Fate of Ophelia, Ruin the Friendship, Canceled, Honey, and I'm gonna put, was that 4? Did I choose 4? I said Gauntlet, so for Gauntlet, let's say 5. Gauntlet is like 5. Let's go ahead and put Eldest Daughter in there. So that's gonna be my 5, my Gauntlet. But that's like I'm trying, I'm picking favorites amongst favorites because the whole album was great. I really enjoyed it. Comment down below, guys. Let me know what you thought the first time you listened to it, and then the 5th time, and then whatever. This might be the 30th or 40th or 50th time you're listening to it with me. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know some of the things I was guessing on, what I got right, what I didn't get right. I'd love to be educated more and learn more. And just if you're still here somehow, if you somehow made it to the end, I greatly appreciate you spending your time with me. It means the world. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time.